So we're going to talk about what's hot and what's not. We'll see. Who has a Motorola phone? You think it's good? Is it hot? Is Motorola a hot brand?
Yeah.
Come on, I know you're out there. I can hear you breathing.
They're right.
Are they hot?
They're alright.
All right.
You know, like the Motorola Razr and those kinds of things.
Was the Razr hot?
It was.
It's the hottest phone on the market. What have Motorola just done with the phone division? Anybody know? They just sold it off. Motorola's made a real mess, so it's gone from having that really hot brand to nothing. Ford, they're in trouble. Actually, I just drove a rental Ford for a week, and I have to say I'm fairly impressed. I have a Ford at home, and I was iffy. So whether they're hot or not is really hard to work out. You know, China Mobile is one of the hottest. We don't see it. Why would we? We're not a relevant audience with China Mobile unless they move over here. But one of the hottest brands in the world, given the measures of the style of measurement that I previously talked about. eBay, are they up or down right now? Just your gut feeling. Yeah, see, eBay is struggling. A lot of trouble going on. They just replaced the CEO. Got a few things wrong. Community's not happy. They just changed their pricing. You an eBay seller? But you know, good. Formula One. Nobody knows what Formula One is here, do they? Actually, you guys. Huh?
Race cars?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's really hard to see. I used to be a Formula One freak, but I won't pay all the extra money. But Formula One's fairly hot, but Bernie Eccleston's doing some things that mess it up. Marlboro, hot?
No.
Where?
In China.
Okay, see? The marketers have this wonderful thing too called self-reference criteria. In the US, we have a very different set of perceptions about cigarettes and smoking than we do maybe in some of the developing countries. But what's happened to Philip Morris's stock price? Anybody know? It's one of the best performing stocks on the market over the last 10 years. Even though they changed their name to Altria and all of that stuff. So we have one set of perceptions, we have one audience and one market, very different set of perceptions elsewhere. And they actually, I think, have done a fairly good job, although I disagree with some of the things that they try to do. I prefer that no organisation to try to get youngsters hooked on whatever the drug of choice is. Match.com, I don't know. I don't think they're one of the hot ones. But Samsung's a hot brand, global brand. I mean, look at that, small Korean company in a few years. They are one of the hottest phone companies right now. Great brand, people seem to love the products, they seem to be doing all right. Oh, now my little graphics are coming in. Toyota, are they hot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Toyota's getting good grades all around. It's fancy graphics, huh? You can't do this on your PC. Pixar. Is Pixar a hot brand? Yeah. Pixar's really in there. And look at the valuation they got when Disney bought them out. And a lot of that, what is there to buy from Pixar? There's a few, a server farm or two, but it's all people and it's all intellectual property. It's all intangibles. And I forget what they paid, but it's up there in the billions from a small company that barely existed 10 years ago. Harley-Davidson, Electronic Arts. How many of you use Electronic Arts? James? Yeah, I know all the guys on that answer. But you get my drift. I'm going to Bank of America. These are all big brands. BlackBerry. Is BlackBerry hot?
Yeah.
See, those of you out in the business world know BlackBerry. But yeah, they're doing well. McDonald's. Is McDonald's up or down?
Up.
Up. Who said that? Yeah. McDonald's has really made some big changes. What are they doing?
Coffee. Salad and coffee.
Coffee. They're giving Starbucks a run for their money. And it's very interesting. I was with a guy who's a real Starbucks fan this week, and his take is, let's go to McDonald's. And I said, why? Well, their coffee's just as good and it's a lot cheaper. Yeah? Interesting. Microsoft. Are they up or down?
Down. They're going down.
So I think it's interesting. One of the slides I didn't put in here, I was going to give you a list of attributes about organizations, 2 computer organizations, and then ask you who they were. because to me this is it's the essence of what branding is all about. Microsoft, I'm not a big Microsoft fan, but I don't think they're as bad as they're painted. I'm a big Apple fan, and I think they're much worse than they're painted. Yeah? They're the most proprietary organization. They trample over other people's brands. They aggressively defend their own. Most of their technology is lock-in and proprietary. Most, you know. Can you play your iTunes library on any other device but not an iPod? Answer no. Does it use any industry standard encoding? Answer no. Yeah? So, and it's not that I dislike them, but the perception's totally different. Yeah? So my point is that there's a set of things that are real and factual and touchable and measurable, and there's what we think and feel about them. Yeah?
Except that Microsoft was convicted of monopoly
Yeah.
and bad practices.
Yeah, watch this space. If Apple continue at the rate they are, it's only about market share. I agree with you, and I don't like a lot of the business practices that Microsoft used to have. I don't like them. I don't think their products are
I don't think
that
they can.
hot.
I don't think Microsoft can.
Well, you see, I disagree. I think they have. I think, you know, and the sort of things I was going to talk about was, so, anybody know what the real hot technology in the web and the internet? Anybody use XML? Who proposed the open standard for XML? Microsoft. Did they do it for the good of the world or for their interest? Well, the answer is both. And to me, it's about how you strike that balance. You know? They're clearly doing it for their business benefit, but they've driven that to success. Look at Intel and Wi-Fi. You know, if WiMAX comes about, the only reason it's going to come about is because Intel put in billions and billions and billions of dollars into marketing to overcome a lot of the business and the other organizations' inherent risk that's going to threaten all of them. So it's, you know, this branding stuff is hard to do because there are hard facts, and people might debate about the facts, Microsoft being a good case, but there's how people feel about it, you know. Virgin Atlantic, I don't know who's traveled, anybody traveled on Virgin?
Yeah, they are great.
See, Virgin is great if you're traveling in the right part of the aeroplane. I've never met a company like it. We're going to talk about product innovation later, and Virgin's going to crop up with that. Welcome to Las Vegas. I've just been there, and it's like, I struggle with. Personally, I'm not a gambler, so I go there to work and I go there to observe because you see all human condition there. Starbucks going up and down, MTV, Skype. Who uses Skype? Really? Boy, you amaze me. An MS bunch of people don't use Skype. That's interesting to me. There's a lot of us who are moving entire businesses to running on Skype. It's free. You pay $60 a year for the office phone number in San Francisco. Interesting. Okay, you've got the message anyway. So the point is that, you know, there are brands that are hot or not, but all that can change in an instant.